Hey, what's going on guys? Tim here again. Got another tutorial for you today. Doing something a little more minimal and simple because I know some of you out there like these type of minimal designs. This is my take on the sort of a nautical style minimalist bracelet. So it uses one of these U shackles, which we've all seen before. The one I'm using is kind of like a bronze shackle, and it's a lot smaller. It's just a little under an inch in length. And we're doing just a couple whipping knots to keep all the paracord together. And of course these on the screw, that's the way you take them on and off. Alright, so you take that out, take the pin out, and there you go. Alright, so this is what we're doing today. This is one of those bracelets that takes a little bit longer to take on and off, so you know, just keep that in mind. And yeah, remember guys, any materials and stuff that I use in the video, you can check out in my affiliate links down below. And every time you guys shop through those links, you are helping out this channel a lot. So please just be aware of that, because it keeps this channel going, right? So again, this is one of those minimal style bracelets, and I like it because this is a situation where the hardware and the point where the clasp is, that's the kind of centerpiece of the bracelet, and I think that looks really nice, you know. But you know, it can also showcase one of your favorite colors. But yeah, all right, so this is what we'll be doing today, and that being said, let's get into the tutorial. All right, so I got my paracord ready. Got my favorite color, one of my favorite colors actually, licorice, and I'm just about 2 feet of this one. And for my shackle, I've got this small bronze shackle, and I'll try to provide a proper link for this. It's a lot smaller than the usual ones you see, so it's just about a little under an inch this way, you know, in terms of length. So about 7/8 inch, okay? So I've got that, and I've got a bit of microcord, but we'll use that in a bit. So this one is very simple, as you can see before. So we're just gonna double over our paracord. I'm going to take our shackle, we're going to put one in through here, like so, and then we're going to pull the rest through, doing our cow's hitch. Okay, so there's that. Now at this point you're going to have to determine your length of your bracelet or size, because you want to put the paracord through this way. Oops, sorry. Paracord through this way. See up here? So I'm going underneath. This is where your wrist will go, obviously. You want to bring this back. See, I brought it up this way because you don't want it the other way, because you don't want the excess on the inside. So you're going to determine your length about here. And once you have your length, you know, you can test it on your wrist and whatnot. This is where you're going to tie your whipping knot. This little section here in between my thumbs. It's because you don't want this on the inside, otherwise that would be uncomfortable to wear. Alright, so do this part, get your sizing ready, and then from here we tie our whipping knot right here with our microcord. And just a quick tip for measurements: if you find it a little difficult to kind of take this on and off, or to determine your measurement, what you can do is take a little paper clip or something like that and hold all this together, and then you can kind of rest it down. It'll still kind of stay without the paper clip, but to be sure, then you can take your flexible measuring tape, and from there you can, you know, determine your measurement like that, your circumference. Okay, so yeah, you can do that to be accurate, and also make sure both strands are equal, because you don't want one like longer like that. You want them exactly the same. Okay. So I'm going to determine my length, and then we will tie our whipping knot. Okay, so I got my sizing right, and as you can tell, I could not find a paper clip, so what I've got is just a piece of duct tape, which actually works a little bit better because I think it's a little more secure at holding it in place. But I got my duct tape holding my length there, and I'm going to use some red microcord instead of black. I figure it'd be a little bit easier to see. But I do have a dedicated tutorial for the whipping knot, so if this is not clear, you can check that tutorial. So I'm going to undo this actually, because now that we have our length and we're set, we can be a little bit, this will be a little bit easier if we do this. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. Now for our whipping knot, I'm going to take our micro cord. I'm going to put about 3 inches or so, like that. I'm going to bend it back and make a loop on this side. Okay. And now from here, we're going to start twisting the paracord around, going this way. Okay, so I'm going to take this, just going to hold this down here. I'm going to start twisting it around. Okay, so you want this loop on this side. You want to start twisting that paracord around, like so. Right? So it's up to you how many passes you want to do. Depends on the length and the look that you want. Okay, so I'm going to do, I'm not really sure. I'm just going to keep going until I think it's enough. Okay. Let's do a longer whipping knot. Okay, I've actually used up most of my paracord. I think I have about just about a foot, a little over a foot here. Okay, so now that you're here, you're going to want to take this end loop or this end piece, pass it through the loop on this side, right? And then you're going to pull on this one, like so. Okay. Oh, and as for this side, I didn't do it yet. So you can undo this a little bit here. See, because this loop is this one here, right? So now you can take that one. Let's undo this a little more. And pass this one through here. I'm going to use my hemostats to make it a little easier. You don't have to, but grab that bit, pull that through here. So you can now pull this one down. Like so, and then this might have lengthened a bit. See that? So you can pull on this side again to sort of keep it all together. Okay. It's a bit of back and forth, but just trying to hold everything in place. So just play with it and try to get your whipping knot to look good. Okay, so as you can see, my loops aren't very even here, but I think there's still enough tension in there. I can just kind of pull on a little bit, and or it's this one. You can pull on this one. Just try to even those out. I believe it's this one here. Yep, see, that just moved a little bit. So, okay, so with that done, now what you can do is you can snip and singe this excess here and this here. And then also we can take our duct tape off. And don't leave the duct tape on too long because the adhesive might start to come off. Anyways, see, it's already starting to come off, but you can use painter's tape or masking tape if you don't want the sticky adhesive. Okay, so I'm going to snip and singe this, and also this excess 2 strands here. Okay, and this next part is optional, but as you can see earlier, I have a whipping. I'm going to put a whipping knot here too. You don't have to do that, but I think that'll look nice, and also that'll kind of prevent this from happening if it ever loosens. Okay, so I'm just going to do one more whipping knot right here, exact same thing, and then I'm going to snip and singe this stuff, and then we'll be almost done. Okay, so I tied my second whipping knot here. I realized I made a little mistake earlier in my previous section when I was talking about tying the whipping knot. You're not pulling on this strand to minimize that loop up here. You're actually pulling on that little bit of the microcord. That'll lessen this loop here. Okay, so just to avoid confusion. But again, check out my dedicated whipping knot tutorial, because I know I did it properly and gave it a little more clear instruction that one. Okay, so sometimes even I forget. All right, so yeah, I got my second whipping knot here. I think that looks pretty good. And you're just going to push it up to right about there, right behind the cow's hitch. Okay, so I'm just going to snip and singe all the excess, take off this bit, and then all this mess down here. We'll snip and singe all the excess, and we'll be done. Oh, and one quick last little tip. Even after the whipping knots are tied, you can still adjust the length of this bracelet by just tugging on the paracord, getting a little excess through here and down here. But when you're doing that, you also want to make sure you don't leave these loops too small, because especially with using the smaller shackle, it can be a little tricky getting the little pin through here, and you don't want to leave the gap here too small, because it will be a little frustrating taking this bracelet on and off. So just be aware of that and make sure these loops have ample size so you can feed the pin through and get this into the shackle. All right, so yeah. Okay, and there we have it, guys. We are done. So I got all the excess snipped and singed off. That's how my melted points look. It looks pretty clean. And I really think the double whipping knot kind of looks pretty good on this one. I mean, it works either way with just one whipping knot, or just it's up to you, right? These projects you can always customize to your liking, and yeah, just gonna screw this one on to give you guys the full effect. And remember, so even still, sometimes it gets a little tricky getting that pin through. So make sure you leave enough gap. And also, this is the type of bracelet that might take just a couple of minutes to take on and off. But overall, I think that looks really nice. The buckle as the kind of centerpiece for the bracelet, because obviously this is one of the more minimal ones. But yeah, with the two whipping knots and that, I think that looks pretty good. Alright, so guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Remember, all materials and stuff I use in this video will be linked in the description down below, and be sure to check out those affiliate links, because every time you guys shop through those, you are supporting this channel greatly. Guys, if you have any questions or comments, please do leave them down below. Be sure to get back to you when I can, and also, yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.